Welcome to Virtue Matters, where ancient wisdom meets personal growth. Have you ever wondered how the sophists, Buddhism, and the ethical system of the Vikings can fuel your own personal development in today's fast-paced world? How about Marcus Aurelius or Machiavelli? Well, you're in the right place. We're not just discussing philosophies here. We're decoding them, distilling timeless lessons, and applying them to the challenges of contemporary life. Get ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery, empowerment, and practical philosophy. This isn't about dusty books. It's about transforming your daily life with the insights of some of the greatest thinkers to ever draw breath. So, join us as we explore the intersection of ancient wisdom and cutting-edge personal development, and let's unlock the secrets to a more meaningful and fulfilling life together. And if you appreciate what you see here, please drop us a like and maybe leave a comment too. And if you subscribe to the channel, you'll be notified when all our new content drops. Thank you. Siddartha Gautama, known as the Buddha, was born in the 6th century BCE in Lumbini, which is now part of Nepal. He belonged to the royal family of the Shakya clan, but renounced his privileged life in search of spiritual understanding. After years of meditation and ascetic practices, he attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya. The Buddha's teachings revolved around the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, offering insights into the nature of suffering and the path to liberation or nirvana, which is a state of freedom from ignorance, craving, rebirth, and suffering. His teachings formed the foundation of Buddhism, influencing countless individuals across centuries with his emphasis on compassion, mindfulness, and the pursuit of inner peace. Rooted in the teachings of the Buddha, Buddhism offers profound insights and practical guidance for cultivating virtues, transforming our lives, and achieving inner peace and harmony. At the heart of Buddhist ethics lies the recognition of the interdependence of all beings and the pursuit of moral conduct, mindfulness, and wisdom. Through compassionate actions, ethical behaviour, and the development of wisdom, we can embark upon a transformative journey of self-discovery and personal growth. So please, join us as we delve into the core principles of Buddhist ethics and discover how they can inspire us to lead lives of compassion, mindfulness, and spiritual awakening. The Four Noble Truths. Buddhist ethics find their foundation in the Four Noble Truths, as articulated by the Buddha in his first sermon. The first noble truth acknowledges the reality of suffering in life, highlighting its universality and the inherent dissatisfaction of worldly existence. The second noble truth identifies craving and attachment as the root cause of suffering, emphasizing the importance of recognizing and transcending these desires. The third noble truth reveals that suffering can be ended through the cessation of craving, leading to liberation and ultimate peace. The fourth noble truth introduces the Eightfold Path, which includes ethical conduct as one of its components. By adhering to ethical principles, practitioners align their actions with the path to liberation from suffering. The Five Precepts. Buddhists adhere to the Five Precepts, which serve as moral guidelines for ethical behavior. These precepts are not commandments, but voluntary commitments that practitioners undertake to cultivate virtuous conduct. The Five Precepts is one of the two most important systems of moral discipline in Buddhism. They apply to lay people. The vows of individual liberation, or pratimoksa in Sanskrit, apply to monks and nuns. The first precept is to refrain from taking life, emphasizing the value of non-violence and respect for all living beings. The second discourages stealing, promoting honesty and integrity. The third advises against engaging in sexual misconduct, advocating for responsible and respectful sexual behavior. The fourth precept encourages truthful and compassionate speech, discouraging lying, gossip, and harsh words. Finally, the fifth advises practitioners to abstain from intoxicants that cloud the mind and lead to heedlessness, promoting clarity and mindfulness. Adhering to the Five Precepts is believed to result in rebirth as a human being and protect against being reborn in the lower realms, which are characterized by various forms of suffering. This ethical code serves as a guide for individuals to cultivate self-respect, enabling them to confidently engage in any social setting. compassion, bodhisattva, and loving kindness. Central to Buddhist ethics is the cultivation of compassion, or karuna, and loving kindness, or metta, towards all beings. Compassion involves empathizing with the suffering of others and actively working to alleviate it. It is inspired by the understanding of the interconnectedness and interdependence of all living beings. The practice of loving kindness extends benevolence, goodwill, and unconditional love to oneself and others. In the Mettasutta, the Buddha emphasized the importance of radiating loving kindness universally, embracing friendliness, compassion, and sympathetic joy for all beings. Buddhism teaches that animal life is precious, human life is even more so. We should refrain from killing animals and adopt a vegetarian diet. We should also renounce violence and live in harmony with nature. The cultivation of compassion and loving kindness is seen as essential for personal well-being, harmonious relationships, and the alleviation of suffering in the world. The Bodhisattva ideal. A bodhisattva is a person who is on the path towards awakening. They embody the commitment to attain enlightenment for the benefit of others. Practitioners strive to develop boundless compassion, empathy, and loving kindness, extending goodwill and support to all beings they encounter. This ethical stance encourages acts of service, generosity, and selflessness, fostering harmony and compassion in relationships and in society. Interconnectedness. Buddhist ethics recognize the profound interconnectedness of all living beings and the world we inhabit. Actions, whether positive or negative, have ripple effects that extend beyond oneself, affecting others and the environment. Recognizing this interdependence, Buddhist ethics emphasize the need for ethical conduct that promotes harmony, well-being, and the reduction of suffering for all. Non-harming. Buddhist ethics promote non-harming and non-violence in thoughts, words, and actions. The principle of non-harming, or ahimsa, reflects the recognition of the sacredness and inherent value of all life. The first precept of refraining from taking life extends beyond physical harm to encompass mental and emotional harm as well. Practitioners are encouraged to cultivate compassion, empathy, and non-violence in their interactions with all beings. The Dhammapada, a collection of the Buddha's teachings, emphasizes the value of abstaining from harm, highlighting that the wise do not harm themselves or others. By embodying non-harming, individuals contribute to the well-being and harmony of the world, fostering a culture of peace and compassion. Mindfulness and intention. Buddhist ethics place a strong emphasis on mindfulness and cultivating ethical intention. Mindfulness involves the non-judgmental awareness of one's thoughts, emotions, and actions in the present moment. Through mindful awareness, individuals develop insight into the motivations and intentions behind their behavior. This awareness allows practitioners to discern whether their actions arise from wholesome or unwholesome intentions. The practice of mindfulness facilitates ethical decision-making by enabling individuals to align their actions with principles of wisdom, compassion, and non-harming. Ethical mind training. Buddhism emphasizes the training of the mind as a crucial aspect of ethical development. Ethical qualities such as patience, generosity, honesty, and non-attachment are cultivated through mental cultivation practices. The cultivation of ethical virtues involves developing habits of thought and behavior that are in line with the principles of Buddhism. Meditation practices like loving-kindness meditation, mindfulness, and contemplation on ethical virtues contribute to the strengthening of these qualities. The cultivation of ethical mind states contributes to the purification of the mind, leading to greater inner peace, clarity, and ethical conduct. Renunciation and moderation. In Buddhism, the concept of renunciation revolves around the profound desire to break free from the perpetual cycle of samsara, encompassing the repetitive stages of birth, aging, sickness, and death. Its essence lies in liberating ourselves from the attachments and erroneous perceptions we hold concerning the self, reality, and suffering. This pivotal aspect forms the foundation of the Buddha's initial teachings known as the Four Noble Truths. Buddhist ethics encourage renunciation of excessive desires and attachment to material possessions. Practitioners are invited to embrace simplicity and moderation in their lifestyle choices. Renunciation does not imply rejecting the necessities of life, but rather letting go of excessive cravings and attachments that lead to suffering. By adopting a moderate approach to material wealth and sensual pleasures, individuals free themselves from the endless pursuit of worldly desires. The concept of renunciation is evident in the monastic tradition, where monks and nuns renounce worldly possessions to focus on spiritual development and ethical practice. Karmic law. Buddhist ethics are deeply influenced by the concept of karma, which denotes the law of cause and effect. According to this principle, actions have consequences that shape one's present and future experiences. Ethical conduct is seen as creating positive karma, leading to beneficial outcomes in future lives. The understanding of karma fosters a sense of personal responsibility and accountability for one's actions. The concept of karma is expounded in numerous Buddhist scriptures, including the Fourth Nikaya, where the Buddha explains the different types of karma and their results. Ethical awareness and right action. Buddhist ethics emphasize the importance of ethical awareness and discernment in decision-making. Practitioners are encouraged to cultivate clear ethical intentions and consider the potential consequences of their actions. Ethical awareness involves recognizing the ethical dimensions of situations and applying wisdom and compassion in choosing the most beneficial course of action. The teachings on right action, one of the components of the Noble Eightfold Path, guide practitioners to refrain from actions that cause harm and engage in actions that promote well-being and kindness. Buddhism, with its rich ethical teachings, provides profound guidance for personal transformation and the cultivation of moral values. Through the Noble Eightfold Path, the 5 precepts, the understanding of karma, the embodiment of compassion, and the practice of mindfulness, individuals can navigate life with greater integrity, wisdom, and benevolence. By embracing these ethical principles, one embarks on a transformative journey towards liberation, inner peace, and the alleviation of suffering for oneself and all sentient beings. As we bid farewell to this episode, may this introduction to Buddhism inspire and guide you on your path towards liberation from suffering. Remember, the journey is yours to embark upon, and the wisdom of the Buddha is a guiding light that can illuminate your way if you allow it. Until next time, may you find peace, joy, and true liberation in every step you take on your remarkable journey.